Hey y'all, what's up? All right, today's topic is what am I powerless over? The other day we talked about the first three spiritual principles, where step one was we admitted we were powerless over our addiction and that our lives have become unmanageable. And it doesn't matter how much, what or how much we use in Narcotics Anonymous, staying clean has to come first. We realize that we cannot use drugs and live. When we admit our powerlessness and our inability to manage our own lives, we open the door to recovery. No one could convince us that we were addicts. It is an admission that we have to make for ourselves. When some of us have doubts, we ask ourselves this question: can I control my use of any form of mind or more altering chemical? And the answer is no. And I'm also going to ask, what am I powerless over? I'm powerless over people, places, and things and the decisions that others make. Is that a good feeling? No. Um, but I can't change other people, but I can change me, the way I think, act, and the way I choose to look at situations. Um, Practicing staying optimistic, um, believing in myself, keeping the focus on me, taking a deeper look inside self. What do I need to change? Is what I'm saying. Um, as time go on, and staying clean has to come first, always. As time go on, you may find yourself um, doing other things, practicing other things that's not conducive to your recovery. It is a process, and I always say, if you don't pick it up, it won't get in you. That means just don't use, no matter what you do. And admitting to myself that I have a problem and working the first step in all areas of my life. And it may be a while before I even do it, before I even admit that this is a problem. I can see it, and I rationalize and justify, the most outrageous nonsense until I bump my head against the wall. Then here comes change. I'm ready to change a little bit at a time, a day at a time, a minute at a time. Sometimes for me. The second step talks about we came to believe that a power greater than ourselves can restore us to sanity. The second step is necessary if we expect to achieve ongoing recovery. The first step leaves us with a need to believe in something that can help us with our powerlessness, uselessness, and helplessness. Um, and for me, that's just staying clean, no matter what. Believing. Some people may have a hard time believing in God. It could be the chair. It could be your friend. It could be until you get an understanding of the God of your own understanding, and He is loving and caring. Um, the second step is believing that I could be restored to sanity. That means for me, as time went on, I learned to think different, do things different. I didn't no longer run around with people that was using drugs if I was trying to stay clean. I watched where I went. I paid attention to my surroundings at all times. Um, and then after the first step, recognizing the first step, it do leave a void. After the drugs is gone, we may pick up other addictions like shopping, sex, you know, gravitating on to other people and doing things that other people that's doing things that other people may be doing. You ever heard this saying, birds of a feather flock together? And it's not to point a finger at anyone. For me, a little at a time, God gave me a little at a time, little things to work on at a time, and it became better with myself. Um, Accepting myself was a task in hand by itself because I'm not perfect. And it's okay to make mistakes. Making mistakes help you learn and grow. This life is about learning experiences. They make you better. You get grounded and you experience, you have knowledge and wisdom that you can share with another individual coming along the path. Um, and that's the second step for me, believing. And the more I stay clean, the more I believe that this program worked. The program worked. I seen a lot of people that I may have used with, went to school with, and I didn't see no more when I got to the rooms of Narcotics Anonymous, there they were. And it hit me. If they can stay clean, I can stay clean too. And addiction is not just about drugs. You know, and then go on to the third step. We made a decision to turn our will and lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. As addicts, we turned our will and our lives over many times to a destructive power. Our will and our lives were controlled by drugs. We were trapped by our need for instant gratification that drugs gave us. During that time, our total being, body, mind, and spirit was dominated by drugs. For a time, it was pleasurable. Then the euphoria began to wear off, and we saw the ugly side of addiction. We found that the higher our drugs took us, the lower they brought us. We faced two choices: either we suffered the pain of withdrawal or took more drugs. For all of us, the day came when was no longer a choice we had to use. Having given our will and lives to our addiction and utter desperation, we looked for another way in Narcotics Anonymous. We decided to turn our will and our lives over to the care of God as we understood Him. This is a giant step. We don't have to be religious. Anyone can take this step. All that is required is willingness. All that is essential is that we open the door to a power greater than ourselves. Our concept of God comes not from dogma, but from what we believe and from what works for us. Many of us understand God to be simply whatever force keep us clean. The right to a God of your understanding is total and without any catches. Um, and I say good orderly direction, letting somebody show me the way. Because apparently my way wasn't working. That's why I ended up in Narcotics Anonymous in the first place. Um, Totally whipped and beaten to submission. You know, I'm truly, truly grateful for this new way of life, this new way of doing things, this new way of looking at things. Um, and becoming a little more mature a day at a time through experience, y'all. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Um, mm, Pray more, do positive affirmations. And sometimes it could be a struggle. That stinking thinking get me in trouble every time. You know, um, Holding on to God's unchanging hand. Don't let it, regardless of what you go through, I'm here to tell you, just hold on. Just hold on. You know, I thank God for the people that laid the path before me to show me the way, you know. And the longer you stay around, your life gonna change. People gonna change. You may meet new people, You ever heard of the saying, new level, new devil, you know? But life experiences is to help teach you, to help you grow, to help you get a better understanding. Is life sometimes a doggy dog world? Yes, it is. But I can survive. We're going to move on to step 4. We made a searching and fearless more inventory of ourselves. The purpose of a searching and fearless more inventory is to sort through the confusion and the contradiction of our lives so that we can find out who we really are. We are starting a new way of life and need to be rid of the burdens and traps that control us and prevented our growth. As we approach this step, most of us are afraid that there is a monster inside of us. If released, will destroy us. This fear can cause us to put off our inventory or may even prevent us from taking this crucial step at all. We have found that fear is a lack of faith, and we have found a loving personal God to whom we can turn. We no longer need to be afraid. And I had to admit to myself that I'm not all that bad and I'm not all that good. That means that I still mess up sometimes, and it is okay. Part of learning to um, keep the focus on myself, keep my own self in check. Not so much as what the other person is doing. What am I doing? How did I get here? How did I get in this situation? What's keeping me in that situation? Facing fears head on. One of my biggest things was I had a problem letting go of things that no longer served me or things that wasn't for my highest good out of fear. Well, out of fear of what? Being alone. And if I really look at it, I've been alone for a very long time. I've been lonely, but not alone. Sometimes you got to stand alone, especially when you don't want to follow the crowd. It's okay to be set apart, and that's not to say that you're better than anybody. And I feel as though I have to find my own spiritual path. I have to find my own fulfillment, my own happiness. I can't look to another individual to make me happy. It is my job to make me happy. Simply my job. Getting out there, doing things that I like to do, you know. Um, Going back a little bit into my childhood, going back to those things I used to like to do as a kid, like writing, reading, riding a bike, walking, listening to music, dancing. I like to dance, and it's okay. Not to be so serious all the time. It's okay to laugh and have some fun. Have some fun, and I found myself lately been doing that. Stop focusing on everything other than self, trying to distract myself. No. And I love sitting by myself because I'm okay with self. I'm okay with myself today. I can sit in my own company. And one day, um, I just wanted to go to the movies. I just went. I ain't asked nobody or none of that. I enjoyed my own company in the movie theater. You know, as when I was, you know, out there acting crazy, I had to have somebody to do stuff with me, except still, you know, to feed that addiction. Okay, excuse me. So that's what those spiritual principles, and each day I'm going to add another one. I'm going to give some affirmation cards from my decks. I have respect for my body and I treat it well. I affirm positive things about my body and tell it I love it often. My home is a reflection of me, and I choose to make it a wonderful place to live. I appreciate others for who they are. I accept that I cannot I accept that I cannot learn other people's lessons for them. They must do the work themselves, and they will do it when they are ready. Yeah, that's some stuff I need to keep up front. You know, got to keep that kind of stuff up front. I live and work in comfort, in ease, and beauty. I know and affirm that my body is a friendly place to live. Okay, I'm not gonna be before y'all long. Give you a couple more cards. And you start having that confidence in yourself. I feel confident to that. Believe in your abilities. I am part of the harmonious whole, as we all are. I know I am one with all life. I am the beauty and joy of the universe, expressing and receiving. I hate the power to make change. I have the power to make change. Every habit and pattern I create serves me in some way. When I am ready to let it go, the universe helps me release it. I look in the mirror and say to myself, I deserve all good. I deserve to be prosperous. I deserve joy. I deserve love. This is back to that thing again, how I look for everybody else to love me. But I need to love me first. And when I love me, it won't be as hard. I know inwardly what is right for me. Answers are always within. That meditation, sitting quiet. Okay. That was from the deck, How to Love Yourself cards. Sometimes I don't love, sometimes I have to learn how to be grateful. Stay in the moment. And that was hard for me to do in the beginning. But I'm learning to stay in the moment. Why are you rushing? Stay optimistic. Stay hopeful. Stand in your joy and peace. And if I stay grateful, I can stand there in my joy and peace. But if I'm never satisfied, then I'm gonna be angry, mad, confused, ain't nothing never good enough, all that. Now, thank you, God, for waking me up this morning. Thank you, God, for another day, for another chance at life, for another day to put a smile on someone's face, for another day to give a hug, for another day just to say, I love you, another day just to do something for someone else. And never ever forget about you first. I'm the most important person in my life. And this is from She Believed She Could, So She Did. He believed he could, so he did. Whatever that may be. That's your life. I don't know your life. I don't know your life. You know your life. You know what you want. See, they get to flying out. Come on, God, what you want them to hear today? Come on. Give me two more. Two more, please. Okay. All right. If you hear a voice within, you say you cannot paint. If you hear a voice within you say you cannot paint, then by all means paint, and that voice will be silenced. Work hard for what you want because it won't come to you without a fight. Two more, please. Whatever you want to come out. You simply have to put one foot in front of the other and keep going. I like that. There is no greater gift you can give or receive than to honor your calling. It is why you were born and how you become most truly alive. That's it for that. Hit like and subscribe and leave me a comment. Tell me what you think about the messages that's coming forth. And this is from affirmation cards for women. But they're going to be for men and women because they're not that different from regular women. I know I was made for something beautiful. As long as there as long as there is hope in my heart, my spirit can rise from these depths. One more. I see beauty in the parts of me that I used to think were broken. Okay. We got one last deck for you, and they call Sweet Ass Affirmations. I cuss y'all. Sweet Ass Affirmations. Oh my gosh. Motivation for your creative manic mind. I like it. Woo. Mm. By kissing my bliss, I electrify my relationship with life. When you follow your bliss, that thing that truly electrifies you, four things automatically happen. You put yourself in the path of good luck. You meet the people you want to know. Doors open where there weren't doors before, and doors open for you that wouldn't open to anybody else. what else? Oops. I make decisions based on the superstar I am becoming. I like it. I like it. I really, really like it. I like it. I like it. You cannot become the person you dreamed of being by remaining who you are. Give your past a friendly slap on the ass and embrace the new direction of winds. With every choice the life presents, make the uncomfortable decision to explore the unknown. You are only free if nothing holds you back. You're a fucking superstar. Mm, mm, mm. Look at how beautiful she is up there. See? Woo. I am the writer, director, producer, and star of the movie of my life. I take full responsibility for what scenes make the final cut and how each scene plays out. You are living a movie. You are writing and producing the story. This world and everyone in it is your audience. Will people be excited to watch you gloriously slay the dragon at the summit of Mount Fuckery, or will they be disappointed with a mundane and boring existence, sitting on a couch with your hands down, your pants while devouring a bucket of fried chicken? Does not change the world, and nobody wants to see that nastiness. Your life is an epic quest of awesome adventures and exploration. Strive to make it the most memorable movie possible. Nothing can stop me from victory. I am the hero in my own video. One more, and that will be it. I exercise and expand my happiness muscle to beastly levels every day. I said one more, but more than one came out. Instead of searching for happiness, I create happiness. Up to this point, you may have aimlessly floated through life, searching for happiness. You try Googling cat videos, binge drinking, occasional narcotics, strange sex, and even reality television. You tried to find the answers by asking your teachers, religious influences, co workers, family, and friends. Dude, you have been searching for thrills and not happiness. Happiness is not something you can find, it's only something you can create. Close your eyes and visualize how your life looks when you are truly happy. What step can you take today to move toward your vision? Surrender to the power of God. Put one foot in front of the other and get your sweet ass moving. Peace. See y'all tomorrow. Oh, man.